Everyone, welcome back. So this will be the last kind of video I do like this. I'm going to get back onto my own stuff and stop whinging and just enjoy the hobby. But I want to play a game with you good people. Deal or no deal. It literally took me like 3 minutes, and I'm going to show you a number of items from N-Gage, Irish Model Railways, OO Gauge, HO Gauge, and just show you the greed of a lot of people. I know it's down to the buyer whether he buys it or not. I get some people have fear of actually not owning the item, so they're willing to pay the price. And while people are willing to pay the price, people are willing to sell at the price. This one was sent by my good buddy Clive from Newland Model Railway. A decal sheet for Northern and Suffolk. Is it Norfolk and Suffolk? Something like that. It's a decal sheet anyway. So $14.39 for a decal sheet. Well, I suppose in today's market that's not bad. Works out at £11.44. But what concerns me, it's a flipping piece of paper. Goes in the letter. And he wants $45. 35 quid for a piece of paper to ship from America. Are you kidding me? That's just, yeah. I've had stuff from America. I think it cost me $6 or $7 or something, or $8. A load of graffiti sheets, and it was a whole big bundle of graffiti sheets, you know. And I thought $8 was expensive to send a letter from America. So let me show you some more items. Deal or no deal. Now people, they send me, obviously they told me certain stuff that they found expensive. This is an N-Gage item. Now I kind of don't mind KJB models. They've got some, they do have some reasonable price stuff. However, bearing in mind this is N-Gage, so it's pretty tiny. A complete power station for the wonderful price of 275 quid. So okay, free postage, but 275 quid for what ultimately is just a little bit of plastic. You know, I know it's molded and everything else, but N-Gage, 280 quid just for a power station? I mean, seems kind of a bit steep to me. Deal or no deal? Okay, I don't do N-Gage, but for 275 quid for that, that's a no deal for me. Let's have a look at the next item. Again, I don't know too much about these items. It's not sound or anything like that, not DCC fitted. But something for the Irish models, I didn't believe, well, I say I didn't disbelieve it. But when they was telling me the prices, £495 for a Great Northern locomotive. Like I said, I don't know too much about that, but you know, because I don't model Irish railways. But £495, that seems a little steep to me. You know, whether it's brand new or whatever. I'm not saying it's a bad looking model, but is it worth £495? Deal or no deal? You decide. And next on the list, we've got a HO Gauge item. You've seen my one in my man cave. It's a lot cheaper than £199, and just for the interest of, you know, being honest and everything else, and you know, it's right there in black and white, you know, £199 plus £12 postage. Was he delivering it himself? 12 quid postage? You're kidding me, right? £199. You're kidding me, right? I can get this in Germany for literally 60, 70 quid. Hobby range. And it's not a very good loco. It runs okay. And it's, for me, it's got enough details. It runs okay. It's just, okay, DCC ready. Not fitted. No sound. It's just a DCC ready locomotive. 200 quid. Deal or no deal? I think that's a no deal for me. Again, from the same seller. He's put a good value on his items. Not sound. Not DCC fitted. Okay, it's an Albert model. ST43. Quite hard to come by. But does it make it worth £299? Again, is he delivering it himself for £12.50 postage? Why he's got extra 50p on this one, you know what I mean, than the other low come out with. They're just literally just grabbing what they can. It just, Is it worth £299? No, I would love to own this model, absolutely love to, but not at 299 quid. So, looks like he'll be keeping it. He obviously doesn't want to sell it. Deal or no deal? I think that's a no deal for me. This actually made me laugh. Yeah, a 14 foot by 7 foot layout. Okay. 16 grand. Deal or no deal? Who the hell's going to pay 16 grand for a 14 foot layout? I could build one with bloody gold tracks for that. Seriously, 16 grand. Who in the right mind would buy that, you know? Yeah, not even for 2 grand. No deal, thank you. As I said, I've picked out all different types of items from all gauges. There's a wonderful 4-wheeled hopper, HAA. Oh, it's got a bit of graffiti on it. Is it worth $47.50? You decide. It's a Hornby one. $47.50. Yeah, be nice with your train. Only problem is you need to get another 9 to go with this one. So that works out to 500 quid just for one rake. Of course, people are going to jump into this hobby at these prices. So as I said, I've just literally just picked a few items from different gauges. Here we got a Ginty 3F. A little bit rough on the side. There will need a bit of either polishing out or a respray, paint up. But that's not bad, $37.50 for a Bachmann one. Not bad at all. The reason I'm showing you this is, if you just bear with me 1 second. Now, the reason I showed you the other Ginty from Bachmann is because, yeah, it needs a little bit of, respraying possibly. But here we've got a 3D printed one. Now, I do believe 3D printing is the way forward. I think, back in the day when computers and internet was coming about, there was only only the rich could afford one, should I say, or the well-off. But now every household has a computer in it, or some kind of device to connect to the internet. And I think that's going to be the same with 3D printing. I think 3D printing is the way forward for this hobby. I'm not sure if 50 quid, because it's not the whole loco, it's just the body shell. And let me just pause you a second, just so you can read there. It's just literally for the 3D printed body. It's to fit a Bachmann Ginty. Now this is 50 quid, so you're going to have to respray it completely, get all the decals, and obviously source a motor for it. Is it going to be You know, is it going to work out actually cheaper than an actual Bachmann model brand new? Because I've seen them for 60, 70 quid. So, you know, are you going to be able to get all the decals, the motor and everything for it for basically less than 20 quid? I don't know on that. I'm sure Jeff at Jumbo Lane Printing will let me know. But I do believe that 3D printing, I think every household will have one, not just for people that are into model railways, because, you know, you can 3D print yourself a vase, stick flowers in it, or, you know, there's so much you can do with a 3D printer. It's not just for model railway hobby. So I do think, you know, in 5-10 years, everybody's going to be owning a 3D printer. You know, and again, there's another example of a 3D print, price of £50. I'm sure if you just wanted to make it into a dummy loco, you've got obviously your bogies, your interior, and obviously your body shell. You know, I don't know too much about 3D printing, you know, and the costs, but I think definitely in the future, I think this is the way forward. And I do believe that every household, or a lot of households, will own one eventually, you know, and they are seem to be getting similar, or not similar, easier to use. And yeah, I think people will be able to just print their own locomotives. I think, you know, a bit like Cato's 009 gauge motor, you know, you can pick them up really easy and they're really cheap. And I think that's, you know, and people design their locomotives to fit that chassis. And yeah, it's a good, actually cheap option. But is this worth 50 quid? I really, honestly, I don't know. I just wanted to show you that I think 3D printing will be the way forward in the future for all of us. So I've showed you a few items. We got one in here. We got a set of 4 of Silver Jubilee A4s. £800, so it's £200 a piece. Yeah, like I say, I don't know if it's a good deal or a bad deal. Yeah, if you've got money to burn and you want it, then it'll be worth £800 to you. You know, but seems, yeah, quite a high price. But I know it's obviously you get 4 locos, but it does seem quite a steep price. You know, I know they're going to have to pay at least £80 fees on top of that. So you probably get it cheap if you rung them direct, I guess. But, you know, it's the same old story. If you ring someone direct, you're going to get it. You know, I know if you obviously charge it to your card, you've got a bit of safeguard there and stuff. But, you know, it's can be a bit problematic, shall we say. But no, I just showed you a few items, you know, of different items, you know, wagon and buildings from N-Gage and Irish Model Railways. Just absolutely crazy prices. I've got one more I just want to quickly show you. This one, actually, compared to a couple of others I've seen, is actually cheap. About 20 or 30 or 40 quid cheaper than other ones I've seen. Okay, it's a Bachmann. Okay, nicely detailed, nice looking model actually. Would I pay £485 for it? No deal. Nope. Just because I'm just not into this era or this gauge, but no doubts it's a nice looking model, but is it worth 485 quid? And like I say, this is the cheapest one of 3 or 4 that I've seen. I think one's got a starting bid of 535 quid. I think 2 actually have got the starting bid of 535 quid, and one's got one of 515. So at least 2 have got 40 quid on top of this starting bid. Oh, there you go. Deal or no deal. So, like I said, this is the last video I do on this sort of stuff. I'm going to get back to my own stuff and stop complaining about people's prices. But I think people do need to do their homework. You know, if £485 is the cheapest you can get this model for, then it's, you know, the decision is yours. But if you can get it for 350, say, direct from a model shop or wherever, then of course go for that one, you know. You don't need to just stick to eBay or whatever. You can just look around, you know, because you will find, you know, there is good deals about. It's just a matter of putting some work in to find them. So I'm going to leave it there. Have a great day. I'll see you when I get back to doing some modelling. Ciao for now.